Hello, and welcome back to Rathlin Island, where it's noon. So today you have missed all the fun with chicken stew. No, with taking care of the produce, fetching manure, and things like that. We have also been let's see, we have to get you a bit further down, don't we? We have also been to the dairy and delivered milk. So tomorrow... Oh, I missed one there. Tomorrow we will be delivering cheese and pastured milk. And I am very curious about if we are going to get as much money this time as last. This dairy, shall we call it a factory? Seems to be very profitable. And it would be worth getting some more cows. We got a hay for it, and I think we got a chicken. I think we got the silage for it. And with any luck, the day after tomorrow, will give us the potential, at least, to get some more silage. And I don't know if I showed you, or if you maybe have forgotten, that up here behind the barn we got a second silage bunker. So potentially we could try and make some more. And it wouldn't be wrong, would it? Because I have debated with myself whether to do silage up there when we got the possibility to, or to make it at GBA. Is that what it's called? Now I got confused. But you know what I mean. So just noon, it's mostly about the cows. And they need grass. Let's see here. They've got a fantastic map, and here we only need grass. Power food can wait, but we do need grass. So onto our little Profi hopper. I love this thing. I think it's just amazing. Can't help it, but I do. And we won't get anything there, so let's see. Let's go close to the buildings, shall we? And I am not sure how much we need. See if we can have an estimation. So short of 2,000 liters, I think will do. And suddenly I got a running nose. I might be allergic to the grass. No, no kidding. That would be very strange. So grass it is, and after that we are going to go to the forestry. And as I stated before, this time it won't be manually loading, unfortunately, because that is quite fun to do, at least for me, just because I'm a bit on the bad side in my joints at the moment. So it will be UAL loading, and we still got that little bit of wobbly trailer, but it suffices. And preferably this is the last season that we will spend in the forest. But we will see. Now you will get a little bit of a shock when we get there, because I did use the Scorpio King as long as I could before returning it close to midnight, so we shouldn't have another day of expenses. And in total I used that Scorpio King 7.5 hours real time hours. So I didn't let you in but for a little bit. And the funny thing is that when you weren't looking, it went much smoother, at least to begin with. Late night yesterday was a mess, so I left forestry pretty messed up. On the last part of it. But you will see soon. Because when we are ready here, we will go there and start dealing with the logs scattered around. Let's see if this grass will do, or if we need more. I am thinking of, and have been thinking of, getting some more cows, but they are so much more expensive at the moment. So I am hesitating a little bit, and I was going to use the I key. So let's see how you are doing, and I can have a sip of coffee. Now, wasn't that fabulous? Only 30 liters left. That was grand. And we will close the gates behind us. And get this little beauty parked. And I'm sorry about my dog, and I have to take a little break to get him out in the garden. He just woke up. The Mr. Chainsaw. It's not your turn to be the main event. Oh, come on. There. Stay away. So, let's get back to the page with the cows. That looks much better, and the health is steadily going up, which is even better. So, and got 47 liters in the milk tank. And we're starting to get a little bit of manure and slurry. So I might get some more cows soon, depending on what money we will get for the logs. So let's enjoy the ride over to the forestry with the nice autumn colors around us. We haven't been on much of a tour since it turned autumn, I believe. So, not in the sunshine anyways. This is one part of the season mod that I enjoy very much, and it's the color changing and everything. It's amazing, and it lends a bit more, or more than a bit, of reality to this. I usually got bored after a while. You got your on other maps without season, you got your equipment that you wanted, and then it just was a grinding, waiting for a next grow stage, and there wasn't really anything happening. Here you have to plan ahead over the year. You have to see to that you have something to do in the winter, and thinking about the fields. And one thing when it comes to the fields, I have been thinking a lot of, and that is the rainy autumn here. Is that a common thing here? I could imagine that it really is. And in that case, we would probably have have an advantage if we planted grains and let's say barley, as I am a barley person out of my family tradition, and rapeseed or canola, as you see say it over the seas, and that would make an advantage to us. Look, it's I only left this little bit because I didn't have the time, but the logs are scattered around everywhere. It looks horrible. And these I didn't touch on my right side because those are very small trees, most of them. But it looks like a real disaster. And there are some trees that Mr. Chainsaw will have to get touch on as they just flipped out. And here we got our new trees that we planted not long ago. The ones we no, let's start again. The areas where we have taken down all the trees will also get planted, but that will wait until next year, I suppose. So let's have a look out of how we are doing, and we will take this one with us. So we started far up here, in this corner, and here is still some trees that we had problems with that we can take down. So if we look at the map, if I can find it, we started up here and we're taking down all the trees all the way down here, almost everything down here. So it's an extensive bit of land that we now are stuck on. But let's see if we can get a grip of it. I don't think we can, and I'm not even sure that we can get through here with this arrangement of mine. Oh, we can certainly not run through the logs, and that was up to the laggy thing because we have a bit too many logs around here. So let's get away from that place. And now we see the coastline, and it's very beautiful. We weren't able to see this before. And there are a lot of logs there, and I can't get through. What a horror. Can we take you through the woods? No, we can't. But there, you can see the after the last not anchor tree, you can see where we planted the new ones. So as you see, there is an excessive lot of logs here. So I think we won't have any problem getting 500,000. See if we can load this up. And that was not such a good loading, was it? That is better, and then we can get some more logs on. Spread out, please. I don't mind you falling off. That's totally okay for me. So, L. And let's see. No, I don't want you with me. That's better. See if we can get past here. I think we will have to make a shortcut, so to speak, there. So all the way down the coastline over here are plenty of logs, and we will have to lease that planter again a bit later on. So today's main task is to get logs down to the sell point. And that will be a big task. I don't know how many trips we will be able to do. Maybe 4. And we see how we do. And you will get to follow me on this one, and then we speed up a little bit. Probably with a time lapse, or whatever I come to think about, to make it a little bit more interesting for you. I always have to sit through it. Last night I played 2.5 hours off camera to get that that bit of the forestry finished. In the dark. So I play every minute of it except the night. I fast forward through the night with special key we got for that in seasons. And I start every day in the morning, and that is 6 o'clock at the moment. Oh, wrong button. During the summer I started at dawn, but dawn now is about 8:30, and I think that's a little bit late to get our produce in onto the mainland. We have our contract after all that we need to see to that it is fulfilled. And summer, I think that is to get at least the strawberries into the market as soon as possible in the mornings. I have given it a good thought about having the produce delivered during the winter, because here you can get strawberries, but they are imported from the south of Europe. We normally have strawberry here in late June or mid-June and July, and that's it. They shouldn't be buyable if we were bringing them up in or cultivating them in greenhouses. Oh yes, we made that. Good. I am delighted every time I make it. If you have tested this map, you should know or would know that it's I wouldn't say difficult, but it's a bit tricky to get it right, and sometimes it looks right and then it's just a tiny bit outside that doesn't make you go all the way through and dock correctly. I don't think I finished talking about the weather and seedings and such. I'm easily distracted. But if this is a common view, that with all that rain during the autumn, we ought to seed as early as possible and preferably in the autumn, and then we can harvest in the summer. That would be nice. Really nice. Now what am I doing? Now I'm doing things by habit. You should have stopped me. And perhaps you did scream to me, "You're going the wrong way." And yes, I was. So here we go. Let's sell it. And we got 16,000 about, or something like that. And that's nice. The first thing we are going to do when we get money enough, and I think I need short of 155,000, is to buy a new tractor. And I had decided what to buy. I am not sure that you will agree with me, but it's a tractor that I never used, and I rarely see in Let's Plays. So I thought, why not? I was going to buy a Valtra, but I always use that. And I might try to not repeat myself too often. But I do love that Valtra. And it's not just because it's Scandinavian. I didn't actually know that when I bought it the first time. But for some reason I fell in love with it. So, back to the island. And back to the forestry and picking up some more logs. And you will get it speeded up now, so you will see what I'm doing, even if it's boring to look at. And I'll see you later on. So why are we here? I thought I would take a little peek on the fields that we are interested in getting from the rain, please. And it rains inside too. Well, that's how it is. So what fields are we interested in? 8, 9 and 10. Those are the ones that are accessible for us from the farm on the path or the road or the street or whatever, down to the pond where we get our water. That's there. And we got the gates for 8, 9 and 10. So how much would they add up to? Four to 6.5. Let's say 47, and that's 87. And 107. I thought it would be more than that, but that's good. Please start the engine. You can't drive without the engine running, Elowin. And we could afford that now, but we better have a new tractor and equipment before we do that. Otherwise we wouldn't have any use for them at all. But those are the 3 we will start with. And this was the last load of the day, and there are nothing left for us to do on the farm. And we're now far over what we started with before we rented or leased the Scorpio King. We were about 120,000 or so when we did that. So now it's pure profit, which is fantastic. And in total today we sold for logs for 79,000 and a bit more. So it's looking really good. We will get our 500,000. Maybe I should rethink my choice of equipment. But no, I think they will work fine. We should rather get some more fields, and we could pay back a loan, which would be preferable. And get some new cows. And I'm actually gonna leave this log trailer here. So we can pick up that tomorrow. And I am gonna show you who haven't seen it. How we spend the night. When using the season mod. From 8 o'clock you can sleep. But this is how I normally do it. Getting out of the tractor and getting back to the house, just for reality's sakes. And then press Alt and and N key, and we get up this skip night. And you see morning is 6 o'clock and dawn is 7:43, and 7:43 is a bit late to start. So I usually choose morning. And now you get to see it. And that will be all for this time. So I see you in the next episode, hopefully. So until then, have a really, really good one. Thank you for watching, and do take care.